Club of Rome has argued that the 21st century will be called the century of the environment. The 20th century will be called the century of the economy, because it was in the 20th century we were able to work out what guarantees economic growth. The 21st century will be the century of the environment because of the issue of the pollution of the environment, the exhaustion of non-renewable resources, such as issues of oil. So what's going to be the new leap ahead in terms of economic activity? I think it's going to be the green economy. And I think what we will look for in the coming years will be the mobilization of the pricing system to protect the environment. A green economy will not be socialization or socialism. Remember, that's all gone. But using the market to reflect the true costs of goods and services. For example, an end to subsidizing harmful practices. We particularly see that in the United States. We will see, I think, the development of alternative energy sources, rapid transportation systems, ubiquitous broadband, congestion pricing. London has been transformed by congestion pricing. In other words, charging vehicles to go into the centre of London. And I've also got down there the whole issue of reinventing old industrial areas. The book to read is by Storm Cunningham, who talks about re-wealth and redevelopment. Now, we've seen that with the Sydney Olympic site. That was an old industrial site which has now acquired world-class sporting status. So the same thing could happen then as we start to redevelopment the old industrial areas, etc. Instead of having to worry about creating new areas necessarily, we can just simply redevelop the old buildings, the old sites, because there is a lot of money to be made out of that redevelopment. And that book consists of a lot of American case studies of cities that have been reinvented as good livable places by this notion of redevelopment. Very interesting book for looking at urban redevelopment and what can be achieved. So my own feeling then is the next big leap forward in terms of a new economic way of thinking will be in this whole question of the green economy. Not because we'll all suddenly become members of the Green Party or suddenly environmentalists, but simply because it makes good business sense. You can do well by doing good. And that, I think, is what's going to save the earth.
Would you be happy with the roll-up?
Absolutely, absolutely. 160 people at breakfast in Wagga is fantastic, and the majority of business owners. It's not rent a crowd, it's people who are really interested in seeing the region move forward.
Oh, it's great. I mean, there's a really tremendous roll-up here this morning, and you can tell by the level of support to this function that the Wagga business community is right behind what's happening in Wagga and the progress and development that we're seeking to have.